Welcome back to Trailer Trash Flips. My name is Mac, and I buy things to sell on eBay and try to make a profit. It's Wednesday. I have 8 orders going out today for a total of $186.93. I actually had, for sure, 1, maybe 2 orders that I packed up yesterday. Typically, I like to show all the orders that I get and what I'm selling, but I don't remember why I did that. I think I was in here listing and I got a couple orders and I sent those out. Maybe it was just 1 order. I can't remember. The days, they tend to run together. But with that said, I'm going to go pull my orders. In H1, I sold a 3-pack of jalapeno sauce. These sold for $10.29 plus shipping. In F3, I sold 7 thermometers. There's 3, 5, and ooh, I don't see any more. I hope there's more in here. Oh yeah, there they are. And 2 more, 7. They sold for $55.93 plus shipping. In M3, I sold a fidget toy. It's a Popping Pea Edamame Bean Fidget Toy. And this sold for $3.39 plus shipping. In F6, I sold a shotgun sight. And this sold for $24.95 plus shipping. In O11, I sold 2 UV black light bulbs. And these sold for $10.29 with free shipping. In the E3 bin, I sold a guitar strap. And this sold for $18.95 plus shipping. I've got a couple items on the LP shelf. One are these Kirby vacuum bags. And these sold for $17.19 plus shipping. The other item was this Ultimate Chopper food processor. And this sold for $45.94 plus shipping. I had 1 more order come in while I was pulling my other orders, and it's these adult briefs. And they sold for $9.14 plus shipping. These were a pickup from the bin store, probably $1. I've had these a really long time, so I don't remember for sure. The guitar strap came from the bin store. I paid $2 for it. The hot sauce, I paid, I think, around 50 cents per bottle for these. The black lights, those were something that I had sitting around the house. Don't really remember where they came from or why I had them. So, you know, probably not much in those. They probably came from Dollar Tree. The vacuum bags would have been either 50 cents or $1 from the bin store. And there's actually 2 bags in here. I bundled these up. The Ultimate Chopper food processor came from an estate sale. I paid $5 for that. The thermometers I got from the bin store. I paid $2 for each of these. And there's 7 of them. So I've got $14 total into these. This is finally the last of them. They weren't a great buy at $2, but you know, I've made a little profit on them, but I'm kind of glad to finally see all these go. The shotgun sight came from an estate sale. I paid $2.50 for it. And this was something that was in a filler bag for $5 at the bin store one time. I mean, I don't even know why I got it, but it's just some little fidget thing. It's got little beans in it. So, you know, it's probably a few cents into that. Today's Thursday. I usually ship every other day unless I get a lot of orders, and a lot is a relative term, but for me a lot of orders is usually 4, 5, 6 orders. Then I'll go ahead and ship the same day. I do have 6 orders going out today for a total of $112.99. Not a whole lot else going on right now. Oh, I got 2 Veros. Luckily they have not affected my account. Well, I mean, they may be doing something behind the scenes, but both of them happened in the last, I don't know, I guess the last week. And from the emails I got, it says no action is being taken. And it doesn't look like any action is being taken because I'm still getting pretty decent sales. One was for a emblem that covers up a Ford F-150 emblem on the truck. And in the listing, I put that it was for an F-150, but not that it was made by Ford or anything like that. And like with a lot of the Veros that I get, I mean, I don't get that many Veros, but when I do get them, there's always others listed and they're not taken down apparently, but mine was. The other Vero, I guess it was a few days ago that I got it. It was for a book that I already sold, which is at least the second time that that's happened on a book that I've already sold. So I don't know at what point that this really starts affecting my account, but you know, I don't check the Vero list on everything that I list. But there have been items that I've tried to comp on eBay and didn't see any comps. So I would go to the Vero list to see if these items were on it, and typically they're not. But as we all know, the Vero list is not complete. So I don't know any good way to not get any Veros. If a company's not on the list, then, you know, I guess you just risk having things taken down. The bigger issue is that if it ends up affecting your account, which again, I've had 2 in about a week's period, but neither one of these items was on the Vero list. So, you know, there was no way for me to know. It would be nice if eBay would make a dedicated Vero list so that you could at least check the items, or even better, when you put in your title or description, it would say, hey, this item is on the Vero list. But I don't know why they don't do that. So anyway, not a whole lot more going on. So I'm going to go pull my orders and show you what's sold. In H15, I sold some parts for a pool cleaner, and these sold for $5.69 plus shipping. In H3, I've got 3 bottles of supplements, and these sold for $20.52 plus shipping. In H6, I've got a scalp roller. I'd actually thought that I had sold all of these, but it looks like I've got at least a couple left. This sold for $6.84 plus shipping. In M7, I've got a swim cap, and this sold for $7.99 plus shipping. Back in my eBay room with the moose. Hey, buddy. All right, watch out. Watch out. All right, in the C bin, I sold a vent cover, and it sold for $26 plus shipping. On the auxiliary shelf, I sold a pair of Converse Chuck Taylors. These sold for $26 plus shipping. And the last item is back in the C bin that I should have pulled earlier when I was into it. It's a One World, One America book, and it sold for $19.95 plus shipping. So here's everything going out. And did I say 6 or 7 items earlier? I think I said 6. I can't really remember, but it's actually 7 items going out. So the vent here came from the bin store. It was either $1 or $2. I just recently bought that. I don't remember exactly how much. The book came from the bin store, $1 or $2 for it. These scrubber things for a pool cleaner, either those were 50 cents or they came in a $5 filler bag. I've had these for a while, so I can't exactly remember. The scalp roller was 50 cents. The supplements, they were either 50 cents or $1 per bottle. They actually go for quite a bit more than what I'm charging, but they've been sitting for a while and they're really close dated, so I lowered the price on these, and I'm just glad to see them finally move. The Speedo hair cap was either 50 cents or $1 at the bin store, and the Chuck Taylor Converse shoes were, I think they were $6 at Goodwill. Today's Friday. I've got 3 orders going out for a total of $48.49. So my sales have dropped just a little bit over the last day or so. I actually have 4 orders going out, but one of them is because I made a mistake. The other day I pulled a Serta sheep bobblehead, and I pulled it off of that shelf right here. That was what was in my custom SKU, and I pulled what I thought was the sheep. It was actually a baby carrier that I had pre-packaged up. I had also pre-packaged the sheep, and I found it strange that there was no writing on that bag that I pulled, because typically I do write on the box or the package or whatever. I didn't see any other thing that I thought could be that sheep. So I sent it out, and last night I got a message from the buyer saying that this is definitely not a sheep. So it was the baby carrier that I had packaged up, and I packaged the baby carrier up because I wanted it to be really tight, and you know, I was trying to keep the dimensions down on it, and that was the only thing up there that I saw that it could be. I should have checked, but I did not want to destroy the packaging checking, so it was totally 100% my fault. So when I came last night and looked, it's actually under their address label, but I saw I had wrote Serta sheep on it and 2 pounds. So, you know, it kind of sucks. Well, it sucks for the buyer because I sent them the wrong thing, and it sucks for me because I have to pay an additional almost $8 in shipping for that. But it is what it is. I really don't make a whole lot of mistakes, and really thinking about it, that was just a stupid mistake that I didn't check. Because if I would have just looked literally probably 12 or 14 inches down on the shelf, I would have seen the correct box. But contributing to that mistake is also the fact that I did not label the poly bag that had the baby carrier in it. That's really not like me to do that. I'm sure at the time I was thinking to myself, I'll remember what this is, but that really doesn't happen. So anyway, I did make that mistake, but her box is here ready to go. I went last night and I packed this up just so it would be ready to go and I could send her an updated tracking number and just explain what happened. She did seem like she was understanding about it, but you know, I did make a mistake, so I always just assume that I'm likely to get some negative or maybe neutral feedback from it, but hopefully not. Now, another thing that I have upcoming, and I don't know if it's going to actually happen, and it sounds really good, but I'm not sure if it's going to be as good as it sounds. I've been invited to a private pick. The private pick is going to be, it's an older lady who wants to downsize. I don't know if there'll be any picking at her home, but she has 10 mini storage units that have items that she wants to start getting rid of. Now that's the good. The bad is I saw some of the pictures from several of the units, and almost everything that I saw were really large, very expensive antique type items. And if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you know I don't know anything about antiques right off the bat, but those are not the types of items that I fool with. I just don't know anything about them, and you know, I only have so much money that I am willing to tie up into eBay inventory. If there's something there that had a high sell-through rate for $1,000 and she told me, I'll sell you this for $100, maybe. But, you know, I don't know if that's going to be the case because I don't have any idea what kind of prices she's going to be asking. And so, anyway, me and my friend Kim were invited. She didn't have a firm date yet. So that's still kind of up in the air. I will probably go either way just to see what she has. But, you know, I'm also kind of thinking that, at least from what I saw, most of the inventory she has is not things that I typically buy to resell. That pretty much catches everything I've got going on up to date. So I'm going to go pull my orders and show you what's sold. On the LP shelf, I've got a vintage Kmart rabbit ears antenna, and this sold for $24 plus shipping. Back in my eBay room, in the K bin, I've got a welcome flag. And this sold for $5 plus shipping. The last item is here on the auxiliary shelf, and it's an American Tourister overnight train case, and this sold for $19.49 plus shipping. The welcome flag came from the bin store, and I'm almost positive this came in a $5 filler bag, so I really don't have much money into that. Now I think this is really cool. I almost wish I had a place to put this because I would have liked to keep it. But the vintage Kmart antenna, this came from an estate sale, and I want to say I paid $5 for this. And the American Tourister train case came from a different estate sale, and I paid $5 for it. I'd actually sent an offer out on all three of these items. The antenna, the buyer bought it with the offer. So did the buyer of the flag. But on this, you know, a lot of times when you send offers out, the item will sell for full price, and that's what happened with this. Did you see the way that creepy doll tried to attack me when I sat down? I knew he was up to no good, and he just proved it. It has gotten super hot here, much earlier than normal. We've been in mostly the mid to high 90s, but you got to remember where I live, the humidity is extremely high. As a matter of fact, it's at 68% last time I checked about 2 hours ago. We've actually had heat indexes over just over 100. Yesterday, the heat index at 6 p.m. was 101. And like, I know you guys who live in dry climates, you know, it's hot when it's in the triple digits. And I'm not taking away from that, but with this heat index and the humidity that we have, it's just bad. And it's really bad early in the year. I wanted to show you the strap that I picked up recently at the Amazon bin store on one of my trips. And I did mention that I bought it for myself. This is the first time that I'm going to use it. And, you know, I've got 4 total boxes going out today. Both of these are kind of large. The other one is a small box, and also have the bubble mailer, so I can easily carry those in one hand. Normally I use like an IKEA bag or a similar style bag to bring my packages into the post office, but these 2 big boxes right here, you know, I really hate trying to stuff these into an IKEA bag. And so I'm getting to test out this strap for the first time. I think it's pretty cool, and it may come in handy for some of y'all that, you know, you got some big boxes and you don't have a big bag to put them in or whatever. And basically all I did was I connected the buckle right here, and then, let's see, where's the other strap at? It's actually on the bottom, it's double. So I connected that, and then I just pulled this strap, and it tightened up enough to hold the boxes. It's not really crushing them. But anyways, looks like it's going to work pretty good. I just got the paper and the bubble mailer up here covering up the customer's address. But it puts enough tension on the boxes to where, I mean, yeah, it's going to not, I don't want to say crush it, but you see, you can keep it where it's still got a little play in it. So it's not really damaging the box. And I don't think, you know, there's going to be too much problem with this falling out. I could probably do a little better job of centering it, and I will before I walk out with it. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this, and it's called Strap-A-Handle. And I think I saw them on Amazon for, I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks. So just an option that maybe if you've got, you know, a few big boxes you want to kind of strap together, it might be something to look into. It reminds me of the old straps for the school books that kids used to use back in the day. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this little strap in case anybody would be interested in getting one of these. I'm going to wrap this video up. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.